Picture this. You are on a journey to achieve a significant goal. Everything seems to be going smoothly until, out of nowhere, an obstacle appears. It's like cruising down the highway and suddenly hitting an unexpected detour. You can almost hear the universe chuckling at your surprise. It's a common tale, isn't it? A goal set, a path determined, and then, bam, an obstacle. The path to achieving our goals often resembles an obstacle course more than a smooth road. Sound familiar? Well, you are not alone. Many of us face obstacles, but it's how we overcome these obstacles that truly shape our journey. Consider the story of Jack, a mountain climber who had his sights set on scaling the highest peaks. Jack was not someone who was born with a silver spoon in his mouth, nor was he gifted with extraordinary physical strength. He was simply a man with a dream and the grit to see it through. Jack's journey was far from smooth. He was met with relentless obstacles. The weather was often his greatest adversary, with fierce blizzards and biting winds threatening to push him off his path. In one instance, he found himself trapped in a snowstorm, stuck in a makeshift tent for days on end. It was a test of his endurance and mental fortitude. Injuries were another hurdle. A twisted ankle here, a frostbite there, Jack's body bore the brunt of his climb. Yet he never let his injuries deter him. They were mere speed bumps on his road to the peak. He'd grit his teeth, bandage his wounds, and carry on. Resources were scarce. Food was rationed, warm clothing was minimal, and his gear was worn out. Yet Jack had a strategy. He planned meticulously, managed his resources with care, and often relied on his ingenuity to get him through the toughest situations. But perhaps the most significant strategy Jack employed was seeking help. He understood that he could not conquer the mountain alone. He sought guidance from seasoned climbers, learned from their experiences, and even partnered with them on his journey. He knew that the path to success was not a solitary one. And then one day, after months of relentless struggle, Jack stood at the peak of the mountain. He had done it. His face, weather-beaten and lined with exhaustion, broke into a smile of pure triumph. He had not only conquered the mountain but also the sea of obstacles that stood in his way. Despite the odds, Jack reached the peak. His story serves as a testament that obstacles are not dead ends but detours to a different route. It reminds us that success is not just about reaching our destination, but also about the journey we undertake, the challenges we overcome, and the lessons we learn along the way. So, what can we learn from Jack's story? First, planning is key. Jack didn't just wake up one day and decide to climb Mount Everest. He made a detailed plan and stuck to it. Remember, a goal without a plan is just a wish. So if you're facing an obstacle, take a step back, analyze it, and plan your way around it. Secondly, perseverance is crucial. Jack fell many times, but he always got back up. He didn't let failure deter him from his goal. When you encounter a hurdle, don't see it as a setback. Instead, view it as a challenge to be overcome. It's not about how many times you fall, but how many times you get back up. Third, don't be afraid to seek help. Jack enlisted the help of seasoned climbers and local guides. He understood that he didn't have all the answers. So, reach out to others, ask for advice, and learn from their experiences. More often than not, people are willing to help. Lastly, maintain a positive attitude. Despite the harsh conditions, Jack never lost his optimism. He knew that his attitude would determine his altitude. When the going gets tough, keep a smile on your face and a positive mindset in your heart. Obstacles are a part of life, but they don't have to be roadblocks. With the right strategies, they can become stepping stones to success. Remember, it's not about the destination, but the journey. This quote has been echoed countless times, yet its essence remains evergreen. As we journey towards our goals, we often encounter obstacles that seem insurmountable. But let's not forget, these challenges are not roadblocks, but stepping stones that lead us to growth and learning. Each obstacle is a question, asking us, how badly do you want it? Each time we overcome, we answer with a resounding more than anything. This process, this struggle, enhances our personal development and brings us a step closer to our goals. Obstacles are not to be feared, but to be embraced. They are the tools that carve us into stronger, more resilient versions of ourselves. They are the sparks that ignite the fire of determination within us, pushing us to strive harder, to reach higher. So, next time you encounter an obstacle, remember Jack's story. Embrace the challenge and keep climbing. After all, the view from the top is worth it.